got until midnight to file your taxes or request an extension, but the IRS is giving at least 13 states more time to file due to natural disasters. LA County residents have until October 15th to file because of those deadly wildfires, and people in Arkansas, Kentucky, and Tennessee have until November 3rd because of devastating storms and flooding. But for everyone else, today is the deadline. So to answer all of your last-minute questions, let's bring in certified public accountant and tax reporter at Bankrate, Kemberley Washington. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Kemberley, what are some of the common mistakes people make when they are filing their taxes?
Right now, of course, we're in a home stretch. Today, of course, is the last day. And so some common mistakes people often make, of course, is rushing at this time, trying to get everything in. So the best thing to do is just take a breather, take a step back. And one of the things you want to do is review your prior year tax return and see whether or not what type of income or deductions that you claimed last year to make certain that you include everything this year. Also, you want to review your Social Security numbers and your bank account information and make certain that everything is correctly reported on a tax return so that you won't have any delays when it comes to having that tax return processed by the IRS.
Taxpayers often don't take advantage of deductions. What are some deductions if folks are looking to boost their refund, and deductions that may essentially save you some money?
Right. So today you want to look at a couple of different deductions that definitely apply to your certain situation, but some often overlooked deductions if you're someone who is a parent and you're listening right now, and maybe you paid expenses for babysitting services, or it could be nanny services, or even summer camps. You may be entitled to what's called the parent and child dependent care credit, rather. So that is something that you do want to keep in mind. If you are a teacher and you're listening, you may want to put some money, of course, away, or maybe you paid money when it comes to educator expenses in the classroom. You can actually take that as a deduction on the tax return. And last but certainly not least, if you're a small business owner, you may want to make certain that you're taking advantage of health insurance. You can take that on the front of the tax return without itemizing. So those are some big deductions you can take today.
And what if you can't make the deadline? I know that that people, life gets in the way and you haven't had time to do it. What is the most important thing that people need to remember if they cannot make the deadline today?
Again, if you can't make the deadline, don't stress, right? The first thing you want to do is head over to the irs.gov website. You can do what's called, of course, a tax extension. That's Form 4868, but you have to do it by the end of the day. So you want to file that extension if you're required to file a tax return. Something else you want to keep in mind, that extension does extend the time to file, but does not extend the time to pay. So if you expect that you're going to owe today, you want to make a payment, you can do that at irs.gov. Make that payment because that's going to reduce any penalties that you may have on your account. And also keep in mind that just making that payment reduces those penalties. And of course, you won't have to worry about that because penalties are pretty much based on unpaid taxes. So you definitely want to make that payment if you have yet to do so.
Very important advice. Kemberley Washington, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.